So since today we're talking about flamingos, I'm wearing a t-shirt celebrating the fact fiend flamingo, Lucas. Isn't that right? Not Lucas.
Wait, what was that? I didn't hear that because that cut out.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck it. The line reading was good.
We're talking about flamingos and I'm wearing... Isn't that right, not Lucas?
Yeah, I'm wearing like Lucas's t-shirt, which has like rainbow hair on it. I love that as well. I wear Lucas's merch in more videos than I wear my own. I don't think you could buy this. I think I'm the only person who owns this.
I'm currently wearing a Fact Fiend shirt again.
Yes! Look at that. Marketing. No one can see it, but it's fine. Right. Unless they're made of plastic and being swung towards your ankles at Mach 3 by an angry neighbour, it's safe to say that most people probably don't feel all that threatened by a flamingo. However, did you know that the flamingo could probably kick your ass, albeit in one incredibly specific way?
So how is it that flamingos can kick your ass in just one specific way?
It's because flamingos are largely heat-proof, and I say this because the place that flamingos will spend most of their time is lakes filled with boiling salt water. And when I say boiling salt water, I mean that water is red fucking hot, to the point where you could drop meat into it and it would cook within a few minutes, and any other living creature trying to go into it would die almost immediately. And the flamingos not only live there, but thrive there.
So they can stand, I assume, all day in boiling water, which is pretty impressive. I imagine that's why their legs are so pink. They look like burnt legs.
I think it's why all of them are so pink.
Yeah, they're just burnt.
Like flamingos, I think the only reason they're pink is because they're what they eat. There's something in the food that they eat that turns them pink. And you can actually get orange flamingos and even just regular white flamingos based on their diet. And flamingos in captivity sometimes won't be pink, which is amazing to me. But just standing in boiling water sounds pretty impressive, but they can also submerge any part of their body in it for almost any amount of time, including their own heads. And just for a moment, think about the idea of dunking your head in boiling or next to boiling water and fully submerging it in there for several seconds.
Yeah, I just think how I struggle. I just imagine how I struggle when I've ran a hot bath. I go to stand in it and I'm just nope.
I guarantee you there are guys out there right now who consider themselves to be quite tough, quite beefy, capable of taking a bit of punishment.
Yeah.
Even those guys, when they get into a hot bath, will cradle their nutsack like an injured baby squirrel. Because there's parts of your body that are just too sensitive to be exposed to that kind of temperature differential. And flamingos can happily just live and walk around and eat inside of boiling water that would kill, if not severely maim and injure another creature.
So yeah, because I mentioned earlier that I struggle when I've ran a hot bath to stand in it, and then when I have got used to the water, the temperature, I stay in it for 10 minutes because I can't handle the heat.
Yeah, and flamingos live in near boiling water their entire lives, and I'm the same, and I'm even that same with cold water, and I don't think there is anything more badass than the people who either get ice baths or cold showers.
Yeah, because I try and have a cold shower because they say it's good for your skin, for your hair.
No, it's not.
You've had a hot shower, but
no, it's not.
I can't do it.
It's not good for my mental health. No, what I mean is it doesn't feel good.
Oh,
whatever benefit it offers me is not fucking worth it because I'm not jumping out my shower and it's cold. But I've said multiple times there is nothing more unrealistic in movies than people who stand underneath the shower and then turn it on.
Oh no, because it starts off cold, so you have to give it a minute to warm up.
Yeah, how good are their immersion heaters where they're pressing the button for the shower and it's instantly boiling, hot enough water for them to feel comfortable? I've said that there's a couple of things in films that I want to see and I believe them to be realistic. One is someone turning a shower on and going, oh, like that, and then waiting for it to warm up. And another one is people walking through a door and getting the belt loop of their jeans caught on a door handle.
Oh, that's the worst. I get my sleeves stuck on the door handle, so I have big sleeves on some of my cardigans. I'd just be walking past and it would just go...
Yeah, bigger sleeves now. I've had that jean thing happen to me a few times, and it's what I imagine being attacked by a poltergeist feels like, because the entire lower half of your body is just snatched away from you without warning, and just in your head it's just tell my wife I love her, this is it, I'm gone. It's the end, I'm going to die. I'm going to die in my house, alone, and they're not going to find my body. And that split second, this will go through your head, and you go, oh no, it's a fucking door handle, innit? So have you ever had pins and needles in one of your legs when you're trying to walk downstairs?
Yep. Oh my God.
And you just feel like, I'm dead. You look at the stairs and it looks like you're at the top of Everest. It's like, I'm done.
or when you're walking down the stairs and you like almost miss a step, you feel your heart just drop. You're like, ugh.
Or the other one is when you wake up in the morning and for some reason get a cramp in the bottom of your foot.
Oh, I always get it in my calf. Oh.
When you're like, and you crawl out of bed. It's like your Metal Gear Solid 5 and it like, no, I must make it to the bathroom. It's like, no. It's like, when I see something, it's like, man, I am so weak. And humans as a species are so weak. And then you compare us like to the flamingo, a bird I think most people would say I could take in a fight. So I look at a flamingo, I think I could take it, but not on its home turf. Because its home turf is just boiling water.
Yeah, so that sounds pretty badass in itself. I'm assuming there's a twist to this.
There is, yes. And in addition to being able to just stand and like dunk their head in boiling salt water, flamingos can also drink it.
Ooh.
And think for a moment, like drinking boiling water, ouch. Drinking boiling salt water, ouch again. And people listening are probably thinking that it's the boiling part of the boiling salt water that makes this especially impressive. It's not, it's the salt part. And if people don't know why that's the case, just go try drinking a glass of salt water. Actually, don't do that because best case scenario, you paint your bathroom with your stomach lining. Worst case scenario, I get sued. And in most species, drinking salt water is a death sentence. And in humans, it causes you to almost immediately projectile vomit, which is actually a survival technique I learned from James Bond.
All right.
Because there is I think one of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, James Bond gets poisoned. And the first thing he does is go into a bathroom and drink a pint of salt water. Because when it hits your stomach, it immediately makes you vomit, which
so it gets
the poison out of your system.
Nice.
And just think about that, like James Bond, Daniel Craig James Bond, a man who's as wide as a car bonnet, immediately vomits the moment salt water hits his stomach. And flamingos can not only drink that, but they can drink it when it's boiling hot. And they have a special gland in their head that filters out the salt, so it makes the water palatable, but as point out, it's still boiling and it's still hitting their internal organs. And I'm not sure what would happen if I poured boiling water down my own throat, but I imagine that my insides will start to cook.
Yeah.
And flamingos, that's not the case. They can just take it because they're hard. And they've got really long necks as well, really long, thin necks.
Yeah.
And like the water's going all the way down that. I love flamingos. It's one of my favourite animals. Because it's so dumb. I love it. Because
they're just stood on one leg all day. I'm like,
all the time. Chilling.
Balance.
Do you know they don't know why they do that as well?
They don't know why they do that.
Like, experts don't know why flamingos stand on one leg.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those behaviours that people have theories for but can't explain. Similar to nobody knows why like zebras have stripes.
Yeah.
And then there was some like new giraffe tech discovered where a scientist was examining some giraffes and went, we don't know what giraffes are. Like, we thought all giraffes were like, the same thing. Turns out they're not. Giraffes are just different creatures and like they can't crossbreed and they're basically different species.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about animals. It's really weird. There was loads of stuff like that. Another one is no one knows why bikes stay up or why ice is slippery. Like, scientists, I don't know what they're doing. Clearly not answering the mysteries of the universe. Like, yeah, we don't know that
There's just some things you can't find the answers for, clearly.
But I love that one of why do flamingos stand on one leg. So I don't fucking know.
Don't know. They just do.
Like flamingos are up there though, top tier bird, like right behind the toucan, which is my favourite bird because I love how big its beak is.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Do you know there's some toucans that use that beak and they use it to hit other birds? Like they use it to push birds out of their nest and steal their eggs.
That's amazing.
Favourite. It's so good. And then like, I think every now and again when I'm a bit bored, I'll look for toucans eating berries because they use that giant foot-long beak and they eat a single berry.
Tiny little berry.
It cracks me up every time. It's like, dude, can we please put in a clip for my own amusement, just a toucan eating a berry now?
So, to sum up this video,
yes,
flamingos can live and thrive in boiling hot water, which also has fuckloads of salt in it.
Yeah, and like that environment would like kill almost any other creature on Earth, which means that if you ever wanted to try and fist fight a flamingo on its home turf, you might get a few good hits in, but chances are it will result in you being scalded to death and then just floating on top of a pool of boiling salt water, slowly being covered by boiling flamingo shit as the creature continues to just dunk on you and then leave with no injuries sustained. What a death though! What a metal death! Beaten to death by a flamingo neck. It is, yeah. She'd float as well, obviously, because you float on salt water, so it'd just be like your body floating in. And people going past like, who's that? It's a guy trying to fight a flamingo. It's like, it's a fucking idiot. You
Well,
can't
if
beat
you've
a
been
flamingo.
boiled, you probably be able to tell what it is.
Oh, man. People just be there. It's like, what's that weird stain on that in the pool? Oh, that was Karl. He said his last words were "fuck flamingos" before he was like pecked to death by 50 of them. So talking about like trying to fist fight a flamingo reminds me of a popular topic of conversation on the internet, which is what animals do you think you could physically best in either a fight or just competition of like, speed, strength, agility, something of that nature. So Nisha, what I would like you to do now is just think about like the biggest, scariest creature you think you could reliably beat in a fight. Like, a fair fight, like one-on-one.
Maybe a gorilla.
Real? What? You could beat a gorilla in a fist fight?
No, I can't beat anyone in a fist fight.
Have you seen what they could do?
You said the scariest, biggest animal.
Yeah, that you could reliably best in a physical confrontation. You come out with gorilla. Like Nisha,
okay, maybe
like
not.
Nisha just... What people don't know is that Nisha actually just looks like fucking Kale. When she goes in, like, Super Saiyan, like, fucking God form or whatever the bollocks it is in, like, tournament of power. Like, a gorilla?
Okay, maybe not a gorilla then.
Like, gorillas can, like, beat down bulletproof glass. They're insane. It's the same, I think, with, like, all simian creatures. Like, have you ever seen, like, a shaved chimpanzee?
No, I've not seen that.
It's like shaved chimpanzees are just pure muscle. Like, I'm assuming, hopefully there'll be a picture of that behind me. Like, all they do is, like, swing from trees. And like, a chimp could rip your arm off. Even though it's like half your size.
I don't think I could beat anything up because I'm weak.
And also, so you wouldn't want to hurt the animal.
No, exactly.
I like how that's not the thing. So no, I'm weak. If I was stronger, I could kill any animal.
No, I'm not.
Oh, because like the one I always think is like the Grey. Like, you see like Liam Neeson fighting a wolf, and I think to myself, if I was in Liam Neeson's situation, could I beat up that wolf? And I think to myself, nah, man, because all the wolf's got to do is get one bite, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I'd be too scared to get stuck in. Whereas Liam Neeson's obviously he's running in there and like he's just like fucking bottling the wolf in his head. Right, so let's like we're shying away from physical confrontation because I don't think I could hurt the animal.
No.
Even if it was like tearing my face. Let's go for like, is there any animals you can like beat in a sprint? Because I've researched an article about this and the results were actually kind of amazing. So, Nisha, what animal do you think you could best in like a 100-meter dash?
I don't know because I'm pretty slow as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I've researched this, and I don't think the article's been published yet because it's like in the archives today. I found out somewhere. But the average human could not outrun any creature, like down to a squirrel, because a squirrel can do the 100-meter dash faster than a slightly below average person.
Oh my god.
And let's think about that for a moment. Like, if you are slightly slower than the average, and the average is kind of weighted towards people who are a bit fitter and healthier, because obviously the people they're testing are usually like younger people in college and university. To get those averages, like a squirrel could beat you in a 100-meter dash.
Oh, I have no chance.
Yeah,
no chance against any animal.
The most surprising thing I found in that research is that dogs, if we tried to have an Olympic competition with dogs in regards to like sprinting and running, if we fielded the finest human athletes over every single distance and the dogs just submitted just an average dog that was suited for each distance, they would kick our ass like 10 times over.
Yeah.
So obviously a greyhound would beat Usain Bolt, and then whatever marathon runner happens to be like, big right now would be easily bested by a husky, because like huskies can run a marathon a day without tiring while pulling a sled. And also, did you know that huskies can take a shit in full sprint?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
huskies are trained to shit while running.
I've seen it on An Idiot Abroad.
So Paula Radcliffe couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Paula Radcliffe just shitting in full sprint? It's the only way to beat the dogs. You got to learn, Paula. You got to do it, man. Oh, it's great. I love it. So yeah, dogs and flamingos stay winning.